Man, that was crazy on my end. It dropped me out. My computer did not like that at all. Oh man. Anyway, we are here. Welcome to Saturday with Bob and Nette, and today we have on with us the RV DJ, and
Yeah.
I kind
Hey
of want
everyone.
I kind of want to know why are you the RV DJ? Why the RV DJ?
Well, I own a DJ business, part-time seasonal DJ business on the side, um, and I work at 5 or 6 campgrounds down the Jersey Shore, providing their entertainment um, for pool parties, beach parties, private gatherings that they may have or whatever. And I do that on weekends during the summer. So besides that, obviously, as you can see in the background, I stay down here on the weekends, and I'm about a half an hour away from each of the parks that I work at. So I bought a camper and put it on a seasonal site, and I come down on weekends or maybe a long weekend, depending if it's a holiday or not. And I stay in my camper and I go out and I do my stuff on a Saturday, whether it's one gig or a double. And at least I have somewhere close that I can come and stay, and hence the RV DJ.
Nice, nice. And good morning, Chasing America, and Wandering Aces, Billy and Brenda, and RV Adventure Couple, Tracy, Coral in here, Meemaw Matters, Tumbleweed RV Life Raid. Well, thank you, Tumbleweed RV Life was right there as well. And Ford Man is in here, and Lucky Dog Productions. I kind of wanted to, and Bob the Raptor Joe popped in here as well. I kind of wanted to know, and Happy Place. Oh man, you guys keep popping in here. Troubadour. Oh my
I know.
Busy morning this morning. Busy morning this morning. I kind of wanted to know, have you had a slower summer this summer because of all the stuff going on?
Yeah, my season was affected. I don't want to say a lot, but I lost about 2 months. I usually start my season Easter weekend. We're allowed to open up here at the campground and dewinterize on April 1st. So we'll come down and we'll dewinterize and relax for a couple of weeks before I really start to get moving. Unfortunately, due to the COVID and everything like that, the season didn't get started. We weren't allowed to come down here until May 6th. So we lost about a month and a week. And even still, even though the seasonal campers, we weren't allowing transients or weekenders or anybody to come in at that time. It was just the seasonal campers were allowed to finally come in and dewinterize and get set up and everything like that. And even then, I still wasn't allowed to work. So I spent another month and a half or so, middle of June, just kind of like enjoying my weekends. And in the meantime, I had already been temporarily laid off from my regular 40-hour-a-week job. So I hadn't worked since the middle of March. So it wasn't until the beginning of June. And all the the people at the campground here know that I DJ and stuff, and they came up to me and they said, Sonia, they said, do you think it's possible that maybe you could ask to see if you could maybe DJ from your campsite?
Yeah.
We'd like to have the playground's not open, the pool's not open, the kids are getting bored. Maybe you could see if you could do a dance from your campsite. So I brought it up to the manager, and she said, oh my God, that's a great idea. She said, let me put it, through to my boss. So she wrote him a really cool email, hey, everybody's asking Sonia if she'd be able to do a social distancing dance party, is what we called it. From her campsite, because the front of my camper faces the road since I'm on a corner. So the front of my camper behind me faces a main road. So, she says, she writes in the email, she said, she could do it from her campsite. We could rope off the road. Everybody can dance in the street. Or, they're allowed to have golf carts here, so they could ride around in their golf carts and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he came back and he says, yeah, as long as you can make it work, and as long as, nobody's gathering in huge groups or anything, by all means, knock yourself out. And second weekend in June, we had the first social distancing dance party here in the campground, and everybody loved it. Everybody loved it. So,
Oh, great! Yeah,
it was pretty awesome. And then my regular schedule of gigs that I have during the season didn't really start ramping up until about 4th of July weekend. This finally when they said that they were allowed to have entertainment, because the pools had to be at capacity. So they, if you wanted to use the pool, you had to sign up. You couldn't just go to the pool. And they had to make sure that they had all the, according to the county CDC and everything, make sure they had all the guidelines and everything set so that they were allowed to do things. So the pools had to be at capacity, and they have a lake at one of the places. Everybody was going to the lake now, So they once 4th of July weekend really started kicking in, then I was able to start my season back up again. I always have all of my gigs a year ahead of time, so I know where I'm going. The absolute latest February every year, and everybody picks their dates and stuff like that. So that's how that started. So I didn't, for the whole month of June, we did the social distancing dance party from my website, and we carried it through the whole summer when I had the dates to play. So it was pretty.
So prior to this happening, how did you do it before?
Depending on which campground I was at, like I said, everybody picks their dates during the winter time. So if I had a pool party, I would be set up on the pool deck, playing for 3 hours. Each gig is 3 hours, 1 to 4 or 7:30 to 10:30.
Okay.
And so if I had pool parties, I would play on the pool deck of the campground that I was at. If you look at my videos, you'll see I've taken shots of what the pools look like and everything like that, and where I was playing this year. And when I do a beach party, I'm set up on whatever beach area that they have by their lake or whatever stuff like that. So it's either a pool party or a beach party because they all have some kind of body of water.
Yeah.
How long have you been DJing?
I've been DJing. I've actually owned the business for 25 years.
Wow.
April 1st, 1995. Yeah. And it started out as a kind of like an accident thing. I don't know if you guys remember when Columbia House and BMG were around, where you could order like 12 CDs for a penny.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I started ordering all these CDs because I wanted, because I love music, So one day, I'm getting these CDs and got these piles of CDs laying around, and my dad says to me, he says, "So what are you gonna do with all those CDs?" And I'm like, listen to them. He says, "Well, what else would you do with them?" So he says, "Well, why don't you start a DJ business?" And I kind of looked at him and I was like, "Really?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "I'll help you out." And he says, "You could start a DJ business." So we went to the county courthouse and I had to pick out 3 names. Because when you go to register the business, you have to have 3 names in case 1 or 2 of them are taken. So we go to the county courthouse and we register the name, and that was that. He was my capital, so he helped me get all the equipment that I had. My first setup of equipment.
Yeah.
So
yeah, those old Columbia houses back in the day. Those things, I remember those too.
There were.
It was cool. It was cool, but then you're like, after a while, you're like, I got to keep buying all these CDs.
Yeah, I used to have those towers, and I had all those CDs stacked. Yeah.
And there was 12 for a penny. I mean, what are you supposed to do? You know?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I used to, when I first started, I was lugging around 6 cases of CDs.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Wow.
6 cases of CDs,
Yeah.
and they were alphabetized. And I would have to go, flipping through them. And I took them out of the plastic jewel cases, and I put them in these sleeves so I could get more in each case. And sit there flipping. Somebody wanted to hear something, I had to flip through the discs.
right. So then, as far as the RV DJ, you're not full time, is that right?
I'm not. No, I'm not full time. I can consider it a weekender, I guess, if you want to call it that. Yeah, I live about 2 hours north of here, in northern Jersey, right about 20 minutes, half an hour from New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ever planning on going full time?
We haven't really talked about it. We've talked about, eventually taking it to go on maybe a cross country trip, or my boyfriend's got a couple of friends that live in like Texas and Florida and stuff like that. So we don't, for its first maiden journey out of the state and really going somewhere with it. We don't want to go too far because it's not really set up for solar. I mean, let me correct myself. It doesn't have panels on it. It's pre-wired for solar, but it's not really set up for any kind of, it doesn't have any panels or anything on it. So
Right.
eventually we'll take a trip with it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any party that you remember playing over your 25 years that was crazier than you thought it was going to get when you first got there?
I did a dance party, a nighttime dance party at one of the campgrounds I work at, and I'm going back maybe 2007. Yeah, right around 2006, 2007. And it was inside. For some reason, they decided to have it inside. And they have this building. It's called the Beachcomber, and it's kind of like just a rec hall type of setup,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm playing, and the kids are coming in, the teenagers are coming in. There's adults, everybody. I mean, the place is mobbed. Like when you open the door, there's bodies right there. You couldn't fit anybody else in that place.
Oh wow!
So yeah, it was crazy. One of the kids decided that he wanted to show off his dancing skills. And he was, I guess, about 15, but he was a tall 15. Like, you would have thought he was 17, 18 years old. He was a tall kid. And he's in there. My furnace just kicked on. And he's in there, and he's dancing. He's doing everything. And he goes and sits down. And I guess he had his mom or stuff was sitting at the table. And she's, like, talking to him about something. Like, you could see she's being pretty stern with him. And he gets back up and he starts dancing again. And all of a sudden, and the people are circling this kid. He's in the middle doing his thing. And all of a sudden you hear everybody go, no, oh my God. I'm like, what is going on? I'm standing on a stage, so I'm looking down at everybody. And I'm like, what's going on, So finally, one of the nighttime security guys comes up to me. He says, turn the music off. So I said, okay. And here, this kid was dancing so hard, he dislocated his knee.
Wow.
And what I found out later was that his mom, his other knee was already operated on for the same problem. He kept dislocating his other leg. And now he dislocated his good leg, So they had to take the dance had to stop, and they took him away in the ambulance. And all this. So that was the end of that. That was about the craziest thing I've seen.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Tracy says she wishes she was at the campsite to have a dance party. That would be fun. I bet that probably put a smile on a lot of people's faces when he started doing that.
A lot of, at least around here, a lot of the campgrounds have DJs and entertainment and bands and stuff like that on a weekend basis on Friday or Saturday nights. And like I said, not being at any other campground out of Jersey, I really don't know how the other ones work, but at least here they make it a point to have some kind of entertainment. They'll do like a candy bar bingo game maybe on a Friday night where instead of playing for money, you're playing for candy bars. Each bingo board will cost you a candy bar. Stuff like that. So
That's kind of interesting change to it. Francis Rogers popping in. Yeah, it is a full house this morning. I agree. Where do you see your channel going in the next couple of years? Where do you want it to go?
Because in my personal opinion, I think that in searching all through YouTube, I have yet to see another RV DJ that does the same thing that I do. And I'm hoping that it's original enough to where I get a good amount of feedback and subscribers and people that are like, oh, well, that's really interesting. Let's, we got to watch this, Well, I'd like to see it take off. I mean, I'm a really humble person, so I'm not like full of myself or anything, but I'd really like to see, something come of it eventually. It doesn't have to be this year, or, it could take as long as it needs to take, as long as people enjoy, what I do and watching the videos and things like that. That's all I really care about.
Yeah, and that's the good attitude to have. But yeah, it'd be cool to blow up. And I think you have the stuff that you can blow up. Like you said, it's a little unique on YouTube for sure. The whole RV DJ thing. So I think you'll be definitely a unique channel out there for people to check out.
I don't know what's going to happen over the winter. I'll find some videos and stuff to put up. It may not be, music related or whatever, but, because my main season is during the summer. And once like November kicks in, it slows down a bit. But, I can do lives and I can do other stuff to keep, people interested in the channel. I'll figure it out.
Right. You can even do,
So
DJ some live shows. Go ahead, Nate.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. As far as your content, are you able to put any of that out, because of the music aspects of it? Can you share that on your videos?
I can't. When I have to edit the videos because of the copyright laws of the music, I have to overdub. If I do a video where I'm actually doing a gig and filming people dancing or something, I have to overdub that music with royalty-free music. I can't use that music.
Yeah.
So it takes a little bit from the video, I think, but if I can manage to find music that is upbeat enough and enjoyable enough to overdub with it, then it'll be all right.
Right. If you can find something that just matches the action there on the screen.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, I love it. I think it's great because, like you said, I don't see that out there. And myself, I loved music and just the whole aspects of what you're doing. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool, Sonia. I'm definitely going to be checking it out, and I'm looking forward to what you're going to be creating.
It took a lot for me to do this because, if you met me in person, I'm usually kind of like, I'm not like total flower, wallflower, but I'm not super outgoing on the camera, I guess is the best way to put it. And it's taking me a lot to overcome the fear of the camera and, what to say. Like sometimes when I'm making a video and I got the camera out like this or something, and I'm standing there looking at it while I'm panning on my background or whatever, I'll just draw a blank. And I'll know what I want to say, but I'm just like, and I'll stand there. Well, that's gonna come out. I'll have to edit that piece out now, and I'll turn the camera off and I'll call myself or something, What are you doing,
You have Jim Foster in here that says he's proud of you.
Yeah, that's my boyfriend.
And that's awesome to have that support. And Rants with Rogers hit you up, and yeah, Meanwhile Matter says that probably makes it hard to do the video production with the music
Mm-hmm.
getting effective.
I just wish that I would be able to use the music that I'm playing at the time, but it kind of, it is what it is, and I understand why. But I just hope it doesn't take away from it too much. I mean, sometimes you'll sit there just for an hour by yourself looking for the right piece of music to put with that segment of video.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And especially where, of course, all the royalty-free sites that are free where you don't have to, pay to download the music or anything. There's no vocals in it. They're all instrumental.
Yep.
So.
And Rants with Rogers, $2 super chat. Grab a coffee on me this morning, Bob. Well,
there you go.
Now I'm gonna have to. I was thinking about walking to grab something this morning, and now I'm gonna have to. So thank you, Rants with Rogers. So.
Oh, and Eddie, I don't have my Dunkin' Donuts this morning, by the way. The nearest Dunkin' Donuts is like a half an hour away.
You probably need hot chocolate this morning.
Yeah.
It's pretty cold out there.
Make me some hot chocolate, please.
In the chat, he says he's inside staying warm.
You banged?
Make me some hot chocolate, please.
Okay. Yeah, I told you I was inside where it was warm.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's some service right there. Just knock on the wall. I wish I had that.
I know. And now I noticed that she also ordered stickers.
I did order
nice.
stickers.
Nice.
Let me pull the picture up.
Uh-huh.
These stickers came out so cool. I am so proud of myself. I'm gonna toot my own horn for a second there. Let me pull the picture here.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
It's got the boom box on the top, right? Is that,
No, that's
cool.
me DJing on the top of the camper.
That's really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll make an awesome sticker for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do a sticker swap. So if anybody, once I get them in, I'll do another, video or something that says, "Hey, the stickers are in." Email me or whatever.
Heck yeah. Lucky Dog Productions moderator. They enjoy chatting with Jim in your lives. He's a fun guy or a fun guy.
She's great. Sue is great. She's been really, between Traveling Roberts live and everybody else's live, and she's just fun, and just like Nettie, and she's been really supportive, and just like Nettie, and if I've had questions or anything, I've been, she's been great.
Oh, thank you.
She also says she just made breakfast and filmed it. Bacon.
Yeah. I told her I wanted her when I was doing my live, not the one I just did yesterday, but the one before that. I told her I wanted French toast and bacon. So she goes, "Okay, I'll mail it to you."
And Nursing Our Travel Bug wants to know if it's real hot chocolate or Gar-Bear hot chocolate.
Now this is some Swiss Miss stuff going on. Swiss Miss pods in the Keurig.
Nice, nice.
I got one of the really, they call them the Keurig Mini Plus, I think it's called, the real skinny space saving one. Because he's the coffee nut. So.
And they're saying great job on the sticker and cool sticker.
Thank you.
There. So
I can't wait to get them. I'm supposed to have them they're supposed to be delivered on the 24th. And me thinking that they were 3x3, right? They sent they're round. They sent the invoice to me yesterday, and they're 4x4.
Oh, wow. Well, at least they're not this big. I've seen.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like
I got her
this
Pokey Champ ones.
Like poor Gina had a tiny one.
And I just like everybody else, I had to break the ruler out to see how big 4 inches was, and then draw a circle. Okay, it's gonna be pretty big, but it's whatever. I'm okay with it.
Good. Mm-hmm.
I got a little one yesterday. Rogers, I got a little one yesterday, and of course, you say bacon, and his way home said perks up when somebody says bacon. And muscle car
Oh, yeah.
appraisal popping in. Thank you for popping in too. So how has it been? And yeah, Lucky Dog Productions, like you're sick too. Look forward to swapping with you. How has it been going live and stuff like that? Have you enjoyed starting to doing that on top of the videos?
Like I said, I've been trying to overcome, and you would think this is funny coming from a DJ, right? Where I'm out there using the microphone normally anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But the camera I felt was a bigger hurdle to get over. So doing the lives, since this is my fourth one now, and I have one tonight. My trivia live stream is tonight at 7:00 Eastern. Doing the lives has helped me get over that hurdle of being in front of the camera. And like I said on my live yesterday, I forgot who I was. Oh, it was Forever Best Friend jumped up on my live yesterday. And I told her, I said, in person, this is who I am. I'm fun. I'm happy. I love making people laugh. I love people having a great time, and this is who I am. And, I want people to know the real me, as opposed to just the person that stands behind the computer mixing the music all the time. This is me. This is my life. This is my personality. This is who I am. I'm fun. I love people, care about a lot of people, my friends, my family, everything. And this is just who I am. This is my personality. So I want people to enjoy it and be like, wow, she's a really happy girl. This is fun to watch. So look, hot chocolates here.
Oh, look
Here
at
goes
that.
your order.
Man, that's quick too. That's quick too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh man.
Look.
Oh,
You didn't put milk in. That's okay.
It doesn't need milk.
Oh, okay, whatever.
I can kind of understand that though. You kind of have that. You have like a persona almost when you're doing the DJing and stuff like that, and it's not you there, and you can kind of play more music if you're not feeling like talking, and so kind of.
I found that a lot of people don't like a DJ that's constantly on the microphone instead of playing the music and letting the people enjoy the music. I know of one DJ that's all he does. He plays music and he talks and blah, 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 blah. And people complain to me about him because he plays it at a couple of the same places that I did. And me, I pick up the mic in the beginning. I do my intro, and you won't, unless there's a birthday announcement or an announcement that the campground wants me to make or anything like that, you will not hear my voice until I do my outro. Because why should I talk over the music if I don't really have to? There's just no point.
Right. Camping Therapy says you have them, you got them trained, and you just need to tweak it and then get them to add milk.
She said that you're a fungi or a fungi.
Oh, I was looking for that comment to respond.
No.
No, there's no marshmallows in this, by the way, either. We have marshmallows in the cat.
Oh, thank you.
Oh man, no marshmallows either. What's going on over there? It's anarchy.
Marshmallows are 10 cents extra.
10 cents extra for a freaking marshmallow.
Oh man. And Ransom Rogers says it can be intimidating. Just be yourself and forget the camera is there. You have a great personality.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I try to do that, but like I said, I'm be shooting something and I just go.
Yeah, you hit that button and your brain goes blank.
Exactly. And like I said, I know what I want to say, and I look at the camera and I go, yeah, nothing.
And F&A Van Life, thank you for popping in this morning as well. And Van Life Rocks is in here hanging out.
Van Life Rocks. We always do that back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And And what would you say your most hated song to play is? Like one that you've heard too many times that everybody always requests?
Peanut butter jelly time. No, there's this little kid here that literally he's got to be 3 years old, and he loves peanut butter jelly time. But it's a really obnoxious song. I'll play it for him. I don't care because I like to watch him dance.
Yeah.
It's really obnoxious. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Yeah. It's,
Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat.
yeah, exactly. 2 minutes and 50 seconds of oh my god, yeah, it's and I don't even play the whole look at Bob. I don't even play the whole song for him, you know. I'll play like a minute and a half, a minute 45 seconds, and then when it gets to a good point where it would sound good to fade it out, that's what I do.
Even up in A&M life, you got them going with that. I just picture that little kid come up to you. Can you play peanut butter jelly time again?
Peanut butter jelly time. And last week he I was doing a gig from the campsite here, and his older brother comes up to me, and he's like, "You know what he wants to hear, right?" I said, "Yeah."
Oh, and now the sad thing is you can't even say the disc is broken because it's all digital. So it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. That's got to be the worst one. I mean, last year it was Old Town Road, which kind of grew on me a little bit, you know. But last year all the kids wanted to hear Old Town Road.
No.
And that's a short song.
Take care. And they said, RVDJ, thank you for sharing who you are. You're so special. You shine.
Thank you. Thank you. What's going on here?
I don't know. Maybe that kid's sneaking up to get you to play peanut butter jelly again. Who knows?
Where'd the geese? I heard the geese, but I didn't see him yet.
Sue is saying, RVDJ, hey, mister, got a dime from Bad Girls by Donna Summer. With a dime, you can get marshmallows.
Sue said you can get.
What did she say?
She said, what did she say?
I got to go back in and start reading.
Well, what are you doing? Go inside.
I just, no.
You finished with your cigarette. Go back inside. Bye.
Man. Throwing out the orders around there.
No, we're always like that.
It's
all in fun.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all in fun. We have a good time.
So what do you have to ask, Nettie?
People tell me, oh, you only live once, and that's not true. You live every day and you die once. So live every day like it's your last. That's all I gotta say.
Yep. Is Nettie freezing up on us? Oh no.
Nettie, come back, Nettie.
I'm freezing. Yeah.
Yeah, you were freezing. Oh man. That is a good saying though, for sure. You gotta take each day as it comes to, and not worry about too much about what is to come. Otherwise, you forget about today. And Camping Therapy wants to know if you have a lot of people dance while you're playing music.
Yes, I do. This year is a little tough because of the social distancing and, you know, the capacity of the areas that I'm in and everything. But in a normal year, perfect world situation, yeah, I get I get a lot of people, and a lot of people know me by name because I've been playing in the same places for 15 years. So they'll come up to me like, "Oh, Sonia, you working this weekend?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, and I said, "Yeah, I'm playing this weekend." And they're like, "Oh, that's great, I'll be there." And it's yeah.
I was hoping the picture was still there, and then you could ask yourself questions, Nettie. But
I know. I was like, I see it black over there.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I had to switch over to my hotspot.
Yeah. And F&A Van Life says, live every day with an open heart and mind, keep a positive outlook, and find the good in the bad. For sure. For sure. Oh, they're out there hanging out. Is that the peanut butter jelly kids? That's what you can call them, the peanut butter jelly gang.
They'll be riding around on
dance to that? How do they dance to that song? Do they floss?
No, it's only one little kid that asks for it, and he's like, I guess he's about 4, because he just started preschool this year, and he does the
right.
and then he'll go like this, and then it's cute. It's cute. It's cute to watch him dance, but and he had an issue with his hearing when he was born, and he just recently, within the past couple of years, really started to hear things.
Oh,
so
yeah.
So sometimes, and he can talk. He talks like there's no speech affected or anything. But if it gets too loud, his parents have a set of headphones that go on his head if it starts to hurt his ears.
Yeah.
But most of the time, he's sitting right there in front of my speakers, like across the street, and he's just doing his thing.
Oh, how sweet. That's really cool. So, Sonia, tell me what you think about Instagram. I'm glad you got it started. You'll get the hang of it.
You know that emoji with the girl smacking her head like this? That's I'm still getting used to it. Like, it's all right. I have no words for it yet, really. But there's a lot of people that are on there that are following me and that want me to follow them back. So I guess that's
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've got 38 followers now.
Wow.
Cool.
Camping therapy. They were out of rally. Where the button is at?
Yeah. 39 followers. Yeah. I have 39 followers.
She was at a rally where there was only 2 or 3 people dancing before with the DJ, which is kind of sad to see.
I have found, at least here with the pattern that I've seen with all these, all the people that I know that are down here, they like to come out at like after dark, 8 o'clock, 8:30, after they've had dinner and digested a little bit. So I'll start at 7:30. And I'll get a few people straggling in until about 8:15, and then everybody will start coming in at like 8:30 and stuff like that. They'd rather be like in the dark, after dinner type of crowd. But the pool parties, when I play in the afternoon, they're all sitting at the pool hanging out. And then what I do is every year I have these inflatable beach balls made that say DJ Sonia's pool party on them. And I'll bring a dozen with me to each pool party that I do, and I randomly throw them out in the pool at like halfway through the gig. So they know that when I come walking up to the pool deck, from where I'm standing, when I come walking up from the edge of the pool with that big old bag full of beach balls, they know what's about to happen, and they all start screaming and yelling and raising their hands. And I have plenty of pictures that I've taken of people in the pool going like this. It's pretty cool. So
now, Sonia, I know you you mentioned when you did your random live that I'm sorry I missed. I was at work, but I watched it later. And you were talking about when you started, like in the early days, that you were actually at like night. Also, were you like at what do they call it? The men's clubs and stuff like that, and you're like covering your eyes.
Yeah. I start just to like get some business and get some work. I DJ at a couple of go-go bars.
Oh, go-go bars. Okay, I can't remember what they were called.
one, I'm sorry, it's funny now, but one was a regular go-go bar, you know, when dancing in bikinis or whatever, and the other one was a gentleman's club, if you know what I mean by that.
Yeah.
Where they didn't have their bikinis on, so yeah. The second one, when I first started working at the gentleman's club, I was kind of like this. You know, I'd call them out on the stage, you know, and be like, "Okay, coming up next, and you know, so and so and so and so," and then they and the DJ booth was above the floor, so I was right in eyesight, right in the line of vision of these dancers. Because they'd step up on the stage too. So I was like, and I'm like, and then I'm like, wait a minute, they have the same parts I do. So I guess it's, you know, some are different than others, you know.
Right.
So, and thank you for the $5 super chat, Ebony Van Life. And thanks for bringing people together. Yeah, and RBDJ bring people together with the music she plays too. I'm sure she's seen relationships start and stop in the different parties she's played.
Well, everybody's going somewhere, you know.
That was definitely an interesting few years doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can imagine. You probably seen all kinds of stories going through those places too, like, you know, heartbreaking stories and
oh, there's so much drama. Oh my God, it's horrible.
Oh yeah.
And it's not just drama between, you know, we haven't actually had anybody get caught, so to speak, walking out of one, you know, because, you know, they make every excuse in the book why they're late coming home from work, you know. But just the drama between the girls.
Oh, I can imagine, because it's all about making money. You know?
Oh my God. It's
yeah.
Well, this one stole my makeup and this one stole my stiletto. Oh man. It's a costume bag. Just stop.
That's probably why they didn't have very many clothes on, because everybody was just tossing it away. Yeah. You're not wearing that.
And then they would have a woman come in once a week that actually sold like shoes and costumes and stuff. They called her the costume lady, and she would come in and sell stuff to the girls and shoes, like.
Oh yeah.
Stuff is like, you know, they barely used any thread on. You know, like, what do you? No.
And then it's like $50 for
yeah.
I want those pasties. No.
I want the daisy pasties. Yeah.
That's funny. I bet you saw all kinds of stuff, you know. That's funny.
And then, you know, they would have fights in the changing room, and, you know, in the bathroom.
Wow.
And what do you do? Your thing. Just stop. You know.
There's a lot of behind the scenes, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Some that I could have lived without, but you know.
Yeah.
Sound like a good reality show.
Right.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You know, each dancer wanted to hear certain songs every time they worked. You know, you try to mix it up for them, and they're like, "No, I want to hear this. I want to hear this." And God forbid you didn't play that one song that they wanted to hear. They'd come up to the DJ booth and they'd be like, "Well, you didn't play that song for my set. Your night's not over. Maybe next set I'll play it. Like, you're not done yet." You know?
You know what I'm thinking right now is Captain Jack Scrapper's in here, and all I can see is Captain Jack on his pole dancing.
That would be a good crossover live stream event. You can DJ for Captain Jack.
Yeah. That's funny.
I mean, they were allowed to tip. The good part about the good part about working there was that not only did you get a regular paycheck, but the girls were allowed to tip you also.
Oh, good.
So they tip pretty well. You know, they'd give you $10-$20. You know, sometimes they'd give you, they would just like reach in their bag and just like hand you a wad, whatever pulled out. You know, it's like, yeah.
I was thinking something else where they were getting the money out of. So good.
Yeah, I know, right? This was after they were done for the night.
Where's the hand sanitizer?
Yeah.
Well, Bob, Papa Drew's missing it. He would have loved this.
Oh man,
Yeah.
this is the perfect time. Papa Drew could have been in here, and he's missing the one time this chat would have been appreciated. Oh, it's so sad.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was the early years of DJ Sonia and Encore Sound Productions.
So what was there one girl that like tried to actually put on a show that you remember? Like she tried to do like crazy stuff, like or be funny or something like that, different than everybody else?
Not really. I mean, some of them were really acrobatic. I mean, you know, because each, you know, the stage has a pole on one side and a pole on the other side. And, you know, you'd have the ones that would, you know, grab the pole and flip over and hold it with their legs and put their arms out. And, you know, so that, but nothing super nuts, you know, that they would like, go crazy with.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Did you ever?
Captain Jack's going to put his video out next week.
Yeah.
The pole dance
video
video
out
next week.
Not a pole dance like an old sea captain.
Arr.
Arr. I think you need a DJ for him.
For sure.
Yeah. I like seeing that flag. That's pretty right there.
I
Flying.
think this is my our American flag on my fence post there.
Oh, cool. That looks so cool. You got a good lot. Good little.
She
Yeah, it's
froze
nice
well.
lot. She was saying that you have a nice little lot.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to see the coolest thing that I found? This is repurposed. You ready? Check out my table. I'll show you my table. I don't know if you can see my table.
Well, a little bit. Yeah.
The round table?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The old
Yeah.
wire spool. Yeah.
It's an old cable spool. Yeah. Yep.
I used to have those when I was a child, and we would use them as diving boards. We'd jump off of them into the pool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was in somebody put it, I forgot, well, it was in the back of the campground somewhere. So we just hosed it off and let it dry. And I put like 5 or 6 coats of varnish on it. And that's what I put my stuff on when we're having a fire. So.
Oh, cool.
Wow. Yeah. If you had to the chance to start earlier in life DJing, would you have?
Start earlier as far as what?
Doing DJing. If you could have started DJing earlier, would you have?
Yeah. I mean, you know, business wise, because I live in a state where the campgrounds close in the wintertime, I can't make it a year-round thing. Otherwise, I would have. You know, if I lived in Florida or something, you know, I'd be doing it all the time. You know, and it's fun. I enjoy doing it. You know, I enjoy the people and making everybody happy and making everybody dance. And if I was able to do it 360, well, all year round, then I would definitely would do it.
Right, right. Van Via Travels popped in here too.
Hmm.
Is there how did you run into the people in the community? Because you've been around a
Yeah.
few months now, but like, how did you first start finding everybody?
I don't remember.
It was so good. He doesn't remember her first time. That's great, guys.
I'm really serious. I sat there and I thought about it for a minute. I'm like, I was thinking about it this morning. He's going to ask that question, and I'm not going to have an answer. When you type stuff into YouTube, and you type, like tags, I guess they call them. So you type in RV and camper and this and that, and all of a sudden all these channels started popping up, and I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. Click, and I'm like, oh, look at Gina. She's wild. I like Gina. Click. And then I started watching, Bob's, stuff, and click. And it just started, and then you get, when these people do live streams, I tried to make it a point to go in there and introduce myself, self, and began. Next thing you know, we're subbing to each other and this and that. And that's kind of like, I said to Nettie the other day, I believe it was. I said, I really appreciate everybody, showing support and helping out and being there, if I had questions and stuff like that. And it's really been great. I really appreciate it a lot. Everybody's been so nice and so supportive and friendly and everything. It's just really nice.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is we pay it forward to support and help one another. And from what we've learned, and we definitely, that's the whole community, and we just want to help and pay it forward. A lot of us do, which is awesome. And Bob, Bob's done so much for everybody. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's if anybody's having a party, let me know.
By the way,
we got our own RV DJ. We don't need nobody else.
Linda R popping in, and Camping Therapy wants to know: do they give you your campsite free like other work campers?
The one campground that I was at before I was at this one did. She wasn't supposed to, but she did, and she got in trouble for it. So I had to move. Yeah. I didn't have to move, but I would have had to pay, all this money. So, but I came over here and it was like half the price, and it was a no-brainer. So I do have to pay for my seasonal site. Yeah.
Right.
And you do? Did you say that you're working the 1,000 Trails?
Yeah, it's 1,000 Trails. There's 1,000 Trails and Encore.
Oh, okay.
Which are all under the Equity Lifestyle Properties umbrella.
Yeah.
So it's 1,000 Trails and Encore Parks. Yeah. The Encore Parks, the Encore Parks, you don't need a membership for. And this is an Encore Park. You just have to pay the site fee. And the 1,000 Trails is the membership. So you have to have the membership and the site fee money.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, cool.
Is there, like, what was the moment that pushed you into doing YouTube, sharing your life?
The fact that I was on unemployment and I was bored. I sat around for the first month, I guess it was, and I'm not the type of person that is used to sitting down and having any free time to myself at all. I'm either working, sleeping, or working, and to be unemployed for the first time this long was just driving me insane. So I said, well, let me try and be productive with the time. Maybe people, I'm still doing my gigs partially. Maybe people would like to see, how I do the gigs and where I go. And because a lot of the people that I'm that I've gotten to know are on the West Coast,
Mm-hmm.
and there's not that many over here on the East Coast, with the exception of maybe Camping Therapy and a couple others. So it'd be nice to see, for them to see what we do on this side of the world.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much, and I didn't go hog wild with buying stuff. Like, I used my phone, and I bought this knockoff GoPro because I was not paying $500 for a GoPro. I absolutely refused. So I went on Amazon and I bought this knockoff GoPro camera for like $70, and it came with a whole kit of connectors and stuff, and that's what I use,
Yeah.
because I don't want to dump a whole bunch of money into something that may or may not take off,
Right.
Right.
or that may people may or may not be interested in.
Right.
And I know it's not all about the video and what you use. It's about your personality and how you present yourself and everything like that. So
Right.
you still have that do I really want to do this thing? But
Right. And Camping Therapy wants to know what your other job is or was.
I think she was.
Your other job.
I work for a school bus company, a privately owned school bus company. So I think I drive the actual bus maybe 15 or 20% of the time. The rest of the time I'm working in the office or doing stuff out in the yard or whatever. But our schools out here for the districts that we drive for, right now they only have about 25 buses running because the rest of the schools are remote. So not everybody has gone back to work yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I can see that it might be a little while before everybody does, for sure. But we're going to go over and raid Captain Jack here. He's popping on. So if you guys want to go over and do that. And I do want to thank you for being on today. We've been putting your link in the chat.
Thank you.
I think there's some people that have been over and checked you out today. So
thank you for having me and my hot chocolate.
Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. Jealous of the hot chocolate delivery system that you have.
Right. Yeah. And
don't forget that my live stream trivia is tonight at 7:00 Eastern. If anybody wants to jump in and join that.
Oh, awesome,
Great.
awesome, for sure. And do you have anything you want to let people know, Nette?
Candy bar bingo in the rec hall in about 5 minutes. It is $1 a board. Again, that'll be candy bar bingo in the rec hall in about 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Well, she's got to go play bingo. You guys heard it right there. Candy bar
bingo. Hell yeah, candy bar bingo. The speaker for the speaker for the PA system is on the top of the building over there. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's about the best way we can finish it there. So I will see you guys over at Captain Jack. Thank you for sticking with us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yep. See you guys next time.
All right.
Thank you.